Hi, I'm going to look at the chords for Mystery Train now and try and break it down into little bits for you so it's easy to get hold of. Basically it's a 3-chord song in the key of G. Number 1 chord is the G7, the 4 chord is the C7 or C9. I mean they're pretty interchangeable, C9 or the C7. 7, 1 chord, 4 chord C7, and the 5 chord is the D7 or D9. Either, whatever you want. Okay, so it's a 1-4-5 in the key of G, G dominant. Now let's just have a look at the riff then. I'll just play it in one position to start with. We'll take the G7. And then we go to the C. Okay, I'm playing it really slowly there. There's various ways to do this. Some of the rockabilly players they use flat picking. Or they use a slap back echo, so there's different ways of doing it. I'm just using a flat pick at the moment. I'm using the flat because I find it easy. Rule number 1, if it's easy, do it, you know. Okay, and when you speed that riff up, you get this sort of train sound, because the track's called Mystery Train. It's supposed to sound like a train moving through the countryside. So. So there's your riff, and when I speed it up you get this sort of train rhythm. Okay, and let's look at the intro for the song. Now the intro is just the 2 bars on the G7, that's the way I see it, and the form doesn't start till you get to the C. So the intro would be the 2 bars on the G7. Trainor Rock, 16 coaches long. Trainor Rock, 16 coaches long. And then we're going into the turnaround. So it just goes to the 5 chord there. And then to the C, and I put another chord in a chromatic one. There's just a D9, D flat 9 to the C9. It sounds good to me. You don't have to put it in. And then we go back to the 2 bars on the G7, which is like the bridge before you go back to the C. And that's the form really. It just goes round and round in a circle, and that's the turnaround. Okay, so that's the form, that's the turnaround and the intro, and we just look at the outro. And the outro is basically just 2 turnarounds, okay? So I'll do it, that goes. And the last chord I'm using is a 13th chord. Again, it's just a dominant chord with a little plusher harmony. Okay, there you have it. Those are chords for Mystery Train.